Hey everybody, Dennis here. Today is February the 7th, I believe. It's Sunday. May be wrong on that date, don't hold me to it. But it's Sunday, I know that. We've got this box in here, the one I put on Facebook, if y'all saw that. Let's go and open it together and see what's inside. Put that up for somebody gets hurt. Well, what's in here? Another box, surprise, surprise. Let's see if I can do this one-handed or not. Noise makers. I'm about to put y'all on a tripod. As you can see, we're by the tractor, so what does that tell you? Oh, there we go. Nice big old starter. This is a reman or brand new, I'm not sure which, but it was $85. Don't have the time or the money to get the other one rebuilt. I'm going to keep the other one because there was no core, and what I'm planning on doing is having it rebuilt at some time, and that way I'll have me a spare for just in case. But anyway, so also another thing I went and got, I can't really see them too well. Ooh, I'm knocking stuff on the ground. Got some new cables. I had some custom link cables made at Napa. Both of these for $21 with the ends on them. So got the one going from the relay to the starter, and then my ground. So anyway, I never got a chance to run by and get an estimate or anything like that on getting the starter rebuilt. So that's why I went ahead and just bought one online. As I think I talked about it in my Silverado update video, I did a scrap run last week, I believe it was, and came out with $95. Didn't have much metal to haul. What I made the most money on was my wheel weights, my lead. So I, excuse me, starter was $85, free shipping, and actually got here within 3 days, which for free shipping, I mean, that was pretty good. So anyway, that's what we're going to do here. It's about 30 degrees this morning, and we're in the shade, so it's even colder. Sun hadn't quite got to the side of the house yet, but anyway, I'm gonna get y'all set up and we're gonna get that starter put on. Alright, so first things first, we're gonna pull these bags out that we put to keep stuff out. Oh, let's slide my chair on up here a little bit. Doesn't slide perfectly in. There we go, right there. Alright, starter's bolted in. Now all we have to do is run our wire from our solenoid to the starter, and then actually I gotta take this bolt back out. I just remembered that my ground wire goes from here up to the battery, so I take that bolt back out after I get this ground wire done, which all I gotta do to it is take the clamp off of the old one and splice and put it on this end, because it already had this input on it. So I gotta do that real quick, and I'll bring y'all back here in just a second. Alright y'all, got the ground cable here on the starter. Something I wanted to show y'all. I did it to that wire as well. But here is the wire going from the solenoid to the starter. I put this shrink wrap on here, or heat shrink I should say, and this is that stuff I've talked about before from Harbor Freight. Has the glue inside of it. It's the marine grade, so it has a glue, so once the shrink wrap, heat shrink, blah blah blah, anyway, once it shrinks, it oozes this little glue out. You really can't see it too well, I don't think, but anyway, I put that on there, one, to make it look a little more professional, but also to give that wire some extra protection from corrosion and whatnot. If y'all remember where I put the old cable at, guess it's not laying around. There it is. You see how it ended up fraying and all that good stuff, so it just gives it a little bit of extra protection. That's all I was after, really, that, and make it look a little better. But anyway, I'll show y'all this. This is that Harbor Freight stuff again. Heat shrink, marine grade. So anyway, yeah, I'm fixing to put this on right here, and we ought to be able to open the valve on the gas tank, connect the negative to the battery, and try and start it. So see what happens. 9/16, I think. Yep. I had to bend this clamp just a little bit, this eyelet. I'm gonna have to bend both of these as well. Well, maybe not near as much as I thought I'd have to. Get that lock washer on there. Starting. And I still have that extra starter solenoid just in case. I was actually going to put it on there, and I decided, you know what, let's not, just in case. And if I think it needs it, I'll put it on there, and we'll just go from there. This one's a 1/2 inch. Remember, whenever you're working with electrical on a vehicle, whether it be a tractor, car, truck, whatever, and especially when you're messing with the hot wire, always disconnect your battery. I've learned this the hard way. I'll give you an example. Back when I was an apprentice mechanic, I was doing an alternator, and I had seen a couple people, change alternators and not ever undo the battery. Well, I decided, I can't remember if I forgot or what the deal was, but I was sitting there taking the alternator off, no problem. I went to go put it back on, and the alternator hit the hot wire going back to the battery, and of course, you saw it arc, you know, whatever. I was like, oh, shoot, you know, shouldn't have done that. Well, let me just disconnect the battery, thinking everything be all right. Well, did that, disconnected the battery, got the alternator back in, and went to go start the car, and the car wouldn't start. Ended up blowing the 180 amp alternator fuse that was on that particular vehicle. So, and it was an item we did not have in the dealer, so I had to wait, I think, 1 or 2 days. The customer's car was down, and we had to fix it for free. So, I mean, we all learn stuff the hard way sometimes, and that was my experience with that. So, always disconnect your battery whenever you're working around stuff like that. Alternators, starters, whatever. So, anyway, so got that on, and I think we're about ready to try and start it. Alright, see what happens. Alright, y'all, I've been messing with this tractor for probably about 45 minutes since I last filmed trying to start it, and I figured out I'm not getting any spark. I'm trying to figure out how I need to explain this, but if you can see down there, there's your rotor, and this is the cap right here, and then you got your, you can see on the back side right there, that's the condenser. Anyway, there should be, with the key on with the ignition spinning, this wire that we replaced, or I replaced, I should say, going to the coil, should pulsate a test light, which I got the test light there. That means that the contacts are opening and closing the way they should, but I'm not getting any light. So, pop the cap off, looking inside. I don't see really anything jumping out at me. I've spun it over a couple times with the cap off, and I can see that the contacts are opening and closing. But I'm wondering if the condenser got shorted or something like that when I had the bag coil and all the other crap that had happened. I've been doing a little looking around online, and I'm still going to keep looking online, see if I can figure something out. But it's also possible just the contacts are worn. But anyway, that's where I'm at right now. I know I'm not getting spark, so of course it's not going to start without spark. So anyway, see if I can figure out something else, and I'll bring y'all back when I do. I say we go on a little ride along. So she's running. I guess I didn't zoom out or something, but anyway, so what the problem was that I found with the distributor was I guess when I was messing with the points where that wire, I'm going to turn her off, where this wire runs through the signal wire. I had to go back and see if I can find a picture, but the condenser comes around and then that wire connects to it and then it connects to the points. When I used a wrench to loosen that nut that wire goes on, I think I moved the points, and that's what the problem was. So I just pushed down on that whole wire assembly, or where they join. It's kind of hard to describe without having the cap off, and I'm not taking it off, so sorry. But anyway, I pushed it back down and I had the test light. Bam, test light started working. So like I said, I knew it wasn't getting spark, but that's what it was. I was actually thinking the condenser was bad, but all it was a bad contact on the points. The points weren't touching. So anyway, guys, she is running. I'm about to go drive her around a little more, but thanks for sticking with me. I think this is part 5 or 6. I done lost track on this tractor. So anyway, she's running, so hopefully I can get my driveway fixed. I haven't been able to use my driveway in over a month. I've had to go through the neighbor's yard because we got a lot of rain a month and a half ago, and it washed out my driveway. And then if y'all recall, we had the heat and AC unit that went up in smoke, and I ended up calling the fire department out. Well, when they came through, they brought a fire truck through that one spot, and it is terrible. So I can't even drive through it in my truck anymore. So anyway, thanks for watching. Please comment, rate, and subscribe. And y'all follow me on Facebook and Instagram. It's Idaman71044, and everybody have a great day.